So this particular video has been trending online since last week.
God. Holy Ghost fire. God of Elijah. Hold the light. Jehovah.
This one has gone beyond. It has gone beyond. Hello.
You never pay one.
Hello.
You will not disappoint us.
Hello.
And he guarantee me die. He show me die say many persons when go see that video. Now only PT card now they go play. Hey yeah, this house don't burn. Hey yeah, NEPA people serve. Why una go they give that kind of light when they always they burn houses? Blah 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 blah. That's all. That's how it will end. If you ask many of them now, what did you learn from that video? What did you learn and what are you doing in your own house from that incident now, so that similar thing will not happen to you? I can guarantee you not even one person has done anything or check his or her house to see what is it that I do not have that could have or contributed to causing that fire. If you notice, now full building now end up burn. So you know how many millions don't waste like that. So in this Tinubu regime, you know how much you go take you to build that apartment when that person built. So at least those people when don't build houses, they can attest to the fact that to build a house now, you know, is a bag of cement is 10,000, 12,000, depending on your location, right? So most people have not even learned their lessons, and they just watch that video and just play the PT card and the slow pass. Now the point is this: for every time that we bring these things to your attention, we try to make you learn a lesson. The strategy is so that it does not happen to you. That's the strategy. It does not happen to you. But no, we're not going to learn. Instead when you learn, you will choose to wash, you burn your data, wash the thing, cash phone, make mockery of comment and make mockery of the person when you born today, and then you scroll past onto the next level. We move. They're not a waste time. You understand? Now, but I want you to come closer, because I need you to know that the same thing when happen to that person, it happen to anybody whatsoever. You see, accident, you know, they select who they happen to and who you know they happen to. You understand? If you make the mistake that same person make when it happen, it go happen. And you see, God forbid, no, they stop accident. You understand? You see, God forbid, you know, they stop accident. For you to prevent accident, you need to take deliberate steps to make sure that the right things are in the right places for an accident to be prevented. Not be for you to they do, God forbid. You see that woman where they kabash.
This one has gone beyond. It has gone.
I say Jesus Christ. It can't be like say the fire. Nah, the flame come from heaven, can't touch the building, now so the fire to start. So the woman was praying to God, since the flame came from heaven, may God stop the thing. I'm not against your prayer. I'm simply saying that, you see, sometimes we they misplace the faith, our Christian faith, we they misplace them. You cannot say, God forbid, it will not happen to me. You will not go and stand in the middle of road and say, God forbid, it will not happen to you. You are tempting God, and it will happen. And you cannot hold God accountable. God is not the cause of that one. Anyway, let's leave that aside. Now, the point of this video is that you need to learn lessons from that thing. So what are the take-homes from that incident? First of all, I will break it down into two. You when they build house, and you when they stay house. I'm sure when this accident happens, so this fire incident happens, so it not exempt the landlord and the tenant. You understand? It did not exempt anybody. It bombed both the property of the landlord and the tenant. Do you get? And even the person when no cause am, like the other tenants when they the other side, they don't know how it start, but it affect them. So you cannot even sit by and say, "It no consign me." When the fire start or when the accident start, it go consign everybody. So what are the things to learn? The landlord needs to understand that there are protections against such a low current or low voltage supply to your house. Do you even have them? Do you have breakers? You don't have breakers in your house. And then also for you when be tenant, such current, you also can do something from your side so that it does not lead to a fire. If it be say right now your certificate don't burn, and most of una, if they give una things to do, if they tell you say do this one so that you go avert this fire, a possible fire accident, you know what you go tell us? He say, God forbid, it can never happen. My dear, now that it has happened, most of your properties are burned. You will not start afresh. Imagine how much you will spend to start afresh. If you have spent that money in controlling or preventing the fire, putting things in place to control or prevent fire, that money would have helped you to save those properties and you wouldn't have started afresh again. You understand? So it pays to invest in safety. That is always the message we have been preaching. It pay you more to invest in safety. And if you see, anytime you make that mistake to say to practice safety is too expensive, by the time accident jam you, you will know that it is more expensive to have accident than to spend money to safeguard your properties. You understand? Okay, now let's go. First of all, that tenant could have done something to prevent that fire from happening. Now, what are those things that you can do to prevent fire from happening? Let's start from the tenant. Small things, sockets, all those bad sockets when you dey manage for your house. Maybe you no know, say e dey cause fire. You go see socket, even you when be even the user sef, you go come cut cable, your plug, your ex ten sion plug don, you go come cut am, you go come shook the thing, shook the two wires, put for one side, put for this other one for this other side. You chook one for this side, chook one for this side. You know, any small breach inside that place go likely cause fire. And any hacking, you go, I'm sure say some of una don hear that thing when socket go dey spark, go dey do ta 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 ta. That thing dey create heat inside the socket, and that small heat when e dey create, so take it or leave it, you know say inside that thing na wetin dem call am, na rubber dem take do am. E go pick up heat and the heat go start fire. And once e start fire, na only three things e need for fire to start. E need oxygen, e need fuel, and then e need the heat. The oxygen is already available, so by the time you give am enough heat, e go start. And if e start, e dey hard to quench. The best time when you fit quench fire na when e dey small. So for the ten ant, you don't need to be using, how much e go really cost you to buy plug, make you do proper connection, make you plug am to that socket. You no go wan do am, you wan save yourself the money. Now the money that you are saving, you're going to spend it times 10. If not times 20 sef, you will spend it, because I mean, look at those things that in this Tinubu regime, look at where you want to start from now. It's too far. Now, another thing you can do is that you can buy what they call safeguards. You can buy this electrical safeguard, TV guard, fridge guard, all of those electronic safeguards, then you put them. They help you to regulate your voltage. If for any reason say the voltage supply is not safe for your appliances, then that thing no go peak. And you too, you no need to go comot and plug and say make I manage am like that, because you sef your own dey your body. You like to dey manage, not dey consider say anything can happen. Now that is why I dey bring am to your attention. You no need to manage am. If e no work, e no work, leave am like that. Another thing you can do is to install what we call fire detection systems, and these things are very cheap. E dey pay me for most of una when get hotels, when get fine buildings, and una no get fire protection system for una buildings. E dey pay me for una. E dey seriously dey pay me for una. So, and like I said, another thing you can do is brother, buy a fire detection system. Dem dey call am smoke detectors in a very common language. Those things, gone are the days when be say e dey expensive. Now it is very cheap for you to get. How much? Maybe within the range of 20,000, you don buy one. Sometimes sef you go see promo prices of 2 for 35,000, you don buy. All you need to do na install one for your kitchen, near your kitchen, install one for your parlour, and then close to any source of electrical fire that you may likely have in your house. That's all. And if that thing was present, what it will help you do is that it will blow alarm as the smoke just dey come. That first time when the smoke dey come up, so e go don dey blow alarm, e go don dey warn you say come o, fire wan start o. And guess what, the best time to stop fire na when e just start. You see that one when fire service come for that place, you see, una just dey blame fire service. E no get shin when fire service wan do. Once fire don reach that stage, that inferno stage, once fire don reach that stage, there is nothing fire service can do. You know wetin dem go fit do? Na just to make sure say they contain the fire for that building, make e no spread enter another building, but dem go still allow the thing burn. Okay, now wetin you want make dem do? Make dem go dey remove the fire. E don start. So the best thing to do na to make sure say fire no start. But even if e start, it is also good that you have things that can quickly arrest the fire before it grow to a bigger stage, because at that stage you can only manage it. You can't quench it though, but you cannot prevent it anymore. Now most of una, I don't know whether they use and do una, Fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher among the common things in this life. Fire extinguisher, to buy am put for your house, e dey hard you. But you fit buy full crate of sorry, e no concern me. See, fire extinguisher is one of the cheapest things that you can have in your house, even in your cars. Is one of the cheapest things. Get a fire extinguisher. Every tenant, in fact, I believe that landlords should make it mandatory that every tenant must have a fire extinguisher in their house. And landlord, if tenant no wan buy, you can do us a favor, buy am, add am to the rent. All of una when be landlord na sabi collect rent, plenty money for rent, yet the basic things to protect your tenant you no fit do. But to buy, to add money for rent, e no dey hard una just dey add. But if you add money for basic reasonable things like fire extinguisher, like smoke detectors, and say, oh, this year I'm increasing your rent by 50,000. What this 50,000 will be used for is that we'll buy you one fire extinguisher and we'll install 2 smoke detectors in your house, such that if fire wants to start, you will hear the alarm and then you will use the extinguisher to quench it before it escalates. Those are reasonable things that landlord needs to do. Reasonable things that you can do. But no, na how you want to add money to oppress Lagosians, oppress Nigerians. Now una dey sabi, una no dey sabi anything good when be say go help another person. Now inside this thing now, landlord lose, tenant lose. Lose, dey tire una. Now wow. For tenant, another thing you need to do to prevent this kind incident, for most of you that have this habit of plugging your electrical appliances and leaving it, they go bring light inside this Nigeria wey be say say NEPA dey display epilepsy. Today they go convulsion go hold them, tomorrow e go be like say they dey fine. For those of una wey dey band A, band B, band C, band D, whichever band una dey, the most important thing be say you cannot leave the house and leave your electrical appliances on. All the lights dey on, your TV on, your switches, socket, fridge, everything on. In fact, try not to leave your appliances on. That's one of the most important thing you must do to prevent fire accident. Like this fire that happened now, no investigation have revealed what is the real cause. But I can tell you, because of record and experience, most fire accidents happen from electrical connections in the house, or either one malfunction. In fact, most household fire accidents are due to electrical issues. So how you as a tenant will play a role is that you will make sure that when you are leaving the house, don't leave your electrical appliances on, such that if NEPA bring their epileptic light, it will not affect your appliances. From your appliances, make fire no go start from there. So make sure you remember to turn off your electrical appliances when you are leaving the house. Number 3, make sure that you do not overload electrical sockets. In fact, once I see some extension for some places, the thing dey baffle me. You go see one extension, very light extension, na im dem dey plug iron on top. Extension wey no go fit carry iron, electric iron. You carry iron of about 2,400 watts or 1,600 watts. You carry am plug on top extension wey be say even as you plug am, you dey feed the extension, e dey hot. The wire dey tell you say, brother, this load when you give me, e pass my power. I dey stress, you dey tell am say no worry, continue. That small habit when you dey display so, one day e go catch fire for you. How many times I know say most of una, this thing go don happen to una. You go dey iron finish, you go come leave iron, you go forget the iron for your extension, you go comot. Now when you come back, you come see say iron still dey work since morning, assuming say light dey. But let's even say, okay, you forget am, they take light, now you forget am. Imagine say by the time you come back, extension go don overheat. From there, e go don peak, heat go don transfer enter one thing. Before you know, everywhere don catch fire. Those small things when you dey do, e contribute to the fire. And if it be say one of these things when I mention so, now it cause this fire for these people, but you, as you no wan hear because of your thick head, I just pray that you will begin to change your mindset and your orientation, so that something like this no go happen to you. I no know, no be excuse o. I no know, no be excuse. In fact, accident no sabi landlord, e no sabi tenant. E dey find way to always come. So your own na to make sure say you take necessary action to prevent am. Safety na your responsibility, no be landlord only. And landlord, safety is also your responsibility, no be tenant only. I hope enough is a word is enough for the wise. Most of una, I know say una share that video when the thing happen, but this video now when go help somebody learn so that e no go happen, you no go gree share am. But well, if you no share am, no problem, you so far you don hear the information. But if you share am, you also dey help somebody. So share am, make somebody get this information, make we dey grow the consciousness together. You understand? Because that thing wey happen so, no be only the person when the things burn, when the fire start from, no be only the things burn. About 3 other tenants, their own things burn join. Shey you understand? So by the time we increase the awareness together, we will reduce such fire incident. My name na Safety Paddy.